So what do you do when you get the phone call that your bus conversion to a motorhome has been approved by the state that you live in and your license plate is ready to be picked up? I don't know what you would do, but I'll tell you what we did. We picked up that license plate and we booked the first trip we could. Within 72 hours of receiving that phone call, we were on the road for our first trip as the full-blown Lindblad 7 in the bus and the Xterra. It was time to hit the road. Here we go.
First trip on the bus. We got the Xterra behind us. We got a couple kids in there. We got 3 kids and a dog riding in here, and we're headed to the Allegheny Forest for the first full family trip. Lindblad 7, East Coast Adventure Crew, 2025 adventure season starts now. Let's go.
It felt so good to officially be on the road in our little caravan with our converted bus and our Xterra, headed for the Allegheny National Forest and our first camping adventure in this setup as a family. We couldn't have asked for better weather, and we couldn't have asked for a better destination. We were headed to the Buckaloons Recreation Area, a campground as part of the Allegheny National Forest, some primitive sites, some electric sites, and on this particular weekend, attendance was pretty sparse, so we had our pick of the sites. We chose one of the electric sites. It was absolutely great, and it felt so good to be pulling through and seeing sunshine through the trees and hearing water off in the distance with the Allegheny River. Something about backing this bus in for the very first time just felt super special. All right, well, now it was time to figure out what does it take to set up camp for a family of 7 with a bus and an SUV. As you can see, we had the place to ourselves. This was a great site, plenty of open space. And of course, once we set things up, it was time to get the drone out and just capture some cool footage. Still working on my drone flying skills, but it's definitely fun to grow and try something new and different. And as you'll see throughout this video and many videos to come, the footage you're able to capture is just stunning. There's a pretty great tree right off of our campsite. And like I mentioned, we were right next to the Allegheny River, so we headed down to the water to try our hand at fishing, which we were still absolutely terrible at. And also the water was rushing so much that there was no swimming at this spot. It would have been incredibly dangerous. You can't really tell in this footage, but that water was moving and moving fast. And it was also very cold. So we just had fun being around the water and in the sun and remembering what spring and summer felt like. There you can see that water moving. Further upstream would be the Kinzu Dam, and from what I was told later, it was wide open at this time, so it makes sense that this water downstream is really moving because the Kinzu Dam was open to relieve water from the reservoir, and so obviously it just keeps on flowing downstream. All right, real quick, I'm just gonna set up our bunk bed. You've seen us build it, but now let's show you how it all comes together. Pretty straightforward. This is our first time camping as the whole family. We are still terrible at fishing. Just found that out, just confirmed that, just for good measure. So we're back here at camp, and then we're gonna go try to find a creek. We're at Buckaloons, the Allegheny Forest. So all this comes out, and this here back comes out as the top bunk. So we set this up here. This is where Anderson will sleep tonight. Good as fishing. And then, can you please move? Just pull this out here. And pull these boards out. Fill in the back. Then we just lay our cushions back in and we're good to go. So a little bit involved, but not too bad. Pretty happy with it. Let's go this way maybe. There we go. And then this guy comes here. We're in business. And when Aaron and I took it out, it worked great for just the two of us. We obviously did not have this whole portion, we just left that at home in the garage. And then for this one, we actually have our sleeping mat, which just rolls out. Can you please look out, Preston? Thanks. Just rolls out here, goes up here, and then I'll do it later and show you, but we have a, actually I can show you now. It's easy. This goes here. We'll get that uncurling. It's been curled up for a while. This here is just an old shower curtain rod. But it's honestly perfect to go right here and just create a little bit of a barrier so that whoever's sleeping up here would bump against it and not necessarily come crashing down on their siblings. So that's the bunk setup in a hurry. Not in a hurry, but pretty quick and easy. What was that? 3.5 minutes. And that was with some struggle. So this here is kind of like a step. We've got a handle up here, help the kids get up in there. It's pretty great. So, first camping trip underway. All right, well, we wanted to go find water because there were some creeks that fed into that Allegheny River, and we knew that would be fun. But we also have learned that it takes time, extra time, to cook when you're at camp. And so we jumped right into dinner prep because we didn't want to go find water and then come back super hungry and still needed to prep all the food. So here you see Aaron doing some deviled egg preparation with a couple of the kids. Those were absolutely awesome. We smoked these eggs back at home and then brought them to camp and prepared them as deviled eggs here. And they were an amazing appetizer. So kudos to Aaron, Charlie, and August for making that happen. Okay, we're out here making some campfire dinner. We got some beans. We're getting some water boiling so we can make some campfire mac and cheese. We're gonna do some pulled pork sliders, deviled eggs. We're going full send on this, all right? It is Mother's Day, so can't be cheating on the food just because you're at camp. And for the record, this is literally what Aaron wanted to do for Mother's Day, so. But we're here for it. It's going great. Getting ready to use the exterior cooking surface, cooking table. It's pretty high. I don't think we could have built it lower, but it's pretty high, even for a tall guy like me. So we're doing it. You guys having fun? Yeah, we're terrible at fishing. Hopeless, really. Helpless and hopeless.
I made a big mess.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. So,
yeah.
But we're having fun.
I didn't really even want to try.
And we got the Xterra set up and gonna be ready for me and Bennett. So Bennett and I will be sleeping in here. And then over here, we showed you the setup of the bus, setting up of the bus. But the plan is for Aaron and August to be down low, Anderson to be up top. And then we'll put Preston in the back and Sissy next to him, kind of perpendicular from each other, and we'll be good. So far, so good. Hey, look back out there. Prettiest girl ever. Reheating pork. See it, smell it soon. Well, you won't be tasting it because Mom said you don't want any. All right, so here we are trying our hand at some campfire mac and cheese to go with our pulled pork sliders. This was just a quick hack we found on the internet. You mix some pasta with some Alfredo sauce, with some cheddar cheese, some potato chips. Nothing too crazy. We have some pretty high food standards in our house, so we worked our best to make this a solid offering, but also we did have to make some sacrifices here. We were at camp. One thing I have learned in food prep at camp is the more elevated you can get yourself as you prep food, the better off you're gonna be. And so I did the best I could here, but then I was nervous about losing that whole pot off of the log, so then I did move to the ground. But in general, the more elevated you can be, the better. Then you're not squatting down, getting tired, bending over, all the different things, and you're less likely to kick dirt up into your food, which is kind of important. So, if you can get elevated, it's definitely a better experience. Here we go with some potato chips on top, hoping to give it some crunch. And then this would go back over the fire for 20 to 30 minutes. All in all, a pretty big success. Nobody complained, everybody ate everything, and it tasted great. It always tastes better when you're outside in the sun and there's a campfire in the background. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that was solid. For eating outside. What'd you think, Eve? What would you give it?
9 out of 10.
so these would be non-electric sites.
Give it
Okay.
a
From what I'm
6 out of
seeing.
10.
6?
Yeah.
It was mac and cheese.
That's a cool little sight
Yeah, I like that one. That'd be nice. Like,
on the bike. Other than how close it is to the neighbor, you really
well,
do.
they're all close. Like, if
Well,
this were full.
some are better than others, though. But you really do run that risk, you know, with a campground.
Nobody can.
All right, we're very close to this trail.
Well, imagine how this will look on 4th of July weekend. Careful,
Oh, I have it.
Yeah?
Red blue veil. Okay, come on.
oh, a bunny did.
Yep.
Anderson, if you get tired of him, I'll take him.
Is that?
Well, that when I get those, like really dry lips, I can't get them better. I know that that's my body telling me it's time to drink more water.
What else is that?
Of more water? You need more water? Headaches. Sometimes I get, like at the end of the night, after you put your guys to bed, sometimes I get super, super nauseous. But that's usually a sign of dehydration. And if I go and make myself drink water, which is actually the last thing I feel like doing, I feel so much better. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hear the water. There we go.
Do you see? Maybe just unhook him, because I think we're alone out here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Look at that dog. You definitely did not cross where Anderson did. Does it get deep right there?
Woo! Oh, yeah! Doesn't look like it's that bad.
He's just channeling. You got this. What are you going for? 1 minute? Yep. Halfway.
Oh, that's not.
I think laying down is better.
Really?
Yeah, like being like this, it's not as bad as being all crunched up.
Interesting.
Oh, I can fix you.
All right, you should. It's good for your body.
You should go 7.
Oh, the reset. The reset.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah!
Here's some of that mental toughness from another angle.
Doesn't look like it's that bad.
Woohoo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woohoo! Woo! Woohoo! 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 Woo! Woo!
You know that.
Oh.
1 minute.
Yeah, I think I'm at 30.
Oh, that's not.
I actually think laying down is better. Yeah, like laying like this is not as bad as being all crunched up. Oh, I can cook you.
You should go 7.
Oh, the reset! The reset! Oh, the reset! Oh, no, here, Bennett. I can't feel my hands. To end it.
Yeah.
To end it.
You're at the end.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, the post plunge walk back to the bus. Oh, the bummer of a spontaneous cold plunge is I have no towel. Kind of feeling that decision. And I think I blew my voice out from all my yelling. But I did it, right, Sissy?
Yeah.
Like the Viking
did it.
that he is.
Like the Viking that I try to be. There should be a trail that cuts through right here. Yeah, just watch where you're walking. Oh, there's a little drinking fountain right there too. Oh, hey babe, I think there's a bathroom right there.
Wait, where are we though?
We're right there.
Oh.
And I think there's a bathroom right there.
That bathroom.
I'm sure it is. Right. Come this way, guys.
Babe, spot.
They're fine, they're fine.
I know. Fine, I wouldn't know if it was this one.
All right, well, now it's time to get back to the campfire, roast some s'mores, and of course, fly that drone. How epic is that? If those mountains don't start to feel like Virginia, I don't know what does. But it's pretty awesome. They're right in our backyard in Pennsylvania. And of course, there's the beautiful Allegheny River cutting its way between those mountains. First official night around the fire with the adventure bus and the SUV. It's going to be a great summer. Many people asked, how did they sleep? You tell me. The next morning came, and it was time to get up, get that fire going again, and enjoy the sound of the birds. On this particular trip, I was actually able to get the drone up in the air right around the time the sun was rising. I'm not always up when the sun is rising, but it was pretty awesome to get this footage as the sun came up. It's very fitting that you're going to see Aaron tying Bennett's shoes in this clip, because that's what we spent about half of the trip doing. Bennett decided he wanted to bring Converse shoes instead of Crocs or sandals or anything easy, water shoes. So there was a lot of shoe tying and shoe wrestling going on. And here we are just trying to warm our hands up because it was cold on this May morning. And like some hot coffee to help warm the parents up.
Come on, buddy.
And then it was time to make some breakfast. Again, we don't mess around when it comes to food. So while it might have been cold, we had some hot food going in our bellies. Those are some happy kids.
All right. Charlie didn't want to leave, and Anderson didn't want to leave without doing his polar plunge. It's about 48 degrees in the air, probably 40-degree water, but he doesn't want to watch the YouTube video later and not have footage of him submerging for 1 minute in the water. Woo-hoo. So we're headed back to the spot. Here we go.
All right, so Anderson almost chickened out on this. He was very close. It was cold. The air was cold. The water was cold. But then he just said, forget it, I'm going in.
Submerge, submerge, submerge. You're okay. Try to keep it above water if you can. All right. Dude, you are so tough. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up.
No, 6. Really not that bad.
What's it say?
20. Halfway done.
Dude, you're the bomb.
Yeah.
I hope that thing's waterproof. Keep it up out of the water if you can, please. It's still counting, so that's a good sign. How mad are you right now?
So mad. 10 seconds. Get that towel ready.
It's ready, bud.
Okay. Give me that towel. Oh.
Way to go, dude. Hold on. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Double thick, double thick.
I'm so glad. Oh, yeah.
Way to push through, way to push through.
I'm so proud of you.
All right, Bennett, your turn. Now we're gonna peer pressure you into doing it. Way to dig deep.
Way to dig deep.
Oh man, he did it. Oh, so pretty. Sissy says, look at these flowers.
I'm so proud of you. Good job.
I was like, okay, let's do this.
I love that you held the GoPro. I also love that you sunk the GoPro twice.
I love that we were like getting ready to leave and then you were like, no, I have to do this, and just dove in there. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm so hot because my body's kind of warming up.
Man, we should ask him what he's looking for. There should be a... Yeah, I wonder if it's like leeks or something, you know? Or mushrooms. There should be a... Oh, maybe he's on it.
Hey, don't run up.
Be respectful.
Oh man, it's so... Oh god. I'm so...
All right, we are headed back. AC has plunged into the polar depths for 1 full minute. You saw that though, even underwater for a little bit. Then we just passed a nice gentleman on the trail coming back, and he was harvesting mushrooms. Did he say what kind?
Laurel, I think. Laurel mushrooms.
Laurel mushrooms? I don't know. We're not a big mushroom family, but he said that they are the #1 mushroom right now, and he's been harvesting them here. He's pulled about 2,000 mushrooms and made almost $5,000, he said. They're going for $25 a pound. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, we are going to get Anderson dried off and warmed up, and then we're gonna head out. But it's been a pretty awesome first trip, pretty successful test drive for the whole family with the Xterra and the bus. And yeah, it's been good.
Just like that, the adventure was coming to an end. It was time to start the 1-hour drive home. And so we loaded everybody up, got everybody figured out and situated, and pulled out of this awesome site. I believe this was site number 36 at Buckaloons Campground. You can hear our engine has a little bit of a squeak in one of the pulleys. We'll be working on that in time. But there you go, Allegheny National Forest Recreation Area, Buckaloons. The open road wasn't always. First trip complete. First sticker for destinations added to the bus. So we're gonna fill all this up with places we go and things we see.